Besiktas having a good opener there.
Push kar diya 4MV ne in pe.
Needs healing. Out goes the forward position and Toshpik finds 1-4-1 on the trade.
अरे आखिरी बंदा.
And the third and fourth at the back. Dealing.
पूरा Mad Bulls को मारा इसने. अकेला ने मारा Mad Bulls को. इसने अकेला Talon को मारा, Brute Force को मारा, Mad Bulls को मारा.
Looking for that.
Bro, if Leon gets this one, it's gonna be one of the best chicken dinners in PUBG history.
First pickup.
Yes!
He goes on to do it. A massive performance. You knew Alliance.
क्या खेला बे Leon DZ?
The solo stands strong. And once again, a chicken.
That was the best chicken dinner I have seen in a very very long time, bro.
Same game there from Alliance.
क्या कर दिया ने इसने?
On the northwest side of the central area of teams, this is where the
Talon का fight चल रहा है.
is
Finally दिखा रहे.
Falcons is happening as we jump on board with it. You can see Falcons
उड़ गए Falcons के सारे उड़ गए.
East gets knocked, meaning there's 2 on the floor here, 2 in the dirt.
Reject हो गया का एक confirm हुआ Divine.
Divine for reject is out of it. So 3 players active for reject. These reses need to come through from Falcons to maintain pressure.
निकालेगा Falcons निकालेगा.
Starting to bleed out, but does get res, so they're back up to 3. East not in just yet, but action has the nade in hand. In comes the reject roll. They're looking to move downhill now. Slowing the res, they are still as 3. But Sara's down in the backline, meaning it's only 2 players up for reject. They're up and in the face of Falcons right now. And Falcons
2v3
gonna bide their time. They don't need to put too much pressure on Reggie.
Reggie knock, खत्म है. आखिरी बंदा है.
It's all on Duello and he falls flat.
Go Falcons. Third party कहाँ से?
बेटा अभी हम लोग तो जाने की तैयारी में, इसका फैसला तुम खुद करो.
Team reject.
4MV आ गया भाई. लग गए.
Like I said earlier, if
लग
you
गए
get into an engagement early on, you're going to be in big trouble. So let's see if Team Falcons can hold on.
Falcons trying to pick the pieces back up. There is an interesting thing that's happening on the north side that I'll touch on later as well.
There is absolutely zero chance.
This one,
Apex.
Zero chance Falcons can survive this.
It goes and over the top, doesn't get the knock. Action with the DBS, but it's not going to matter.
Bro, perfect third party way. Well played 4MV.
Only 3 teams with 4 players alive. TJB is one of them. 4MV out on that north side have a lot to fight through.
What crazy combo. Oh, nice one, bait doc.
Pretty hard.
Khatam, Mad Bulls khatam hai. Nade
himself with that magic arm of his. Those nades seem to
Xavier
always
Esports दे रहा है
find their
पीछे
mark.
से.
Another Molotov, and I don't think the Mad Bulls are going to be able to weather this one, but there's an off-angle shot coming through.
Bro,
from
Doc.
Xavier.
The Xavier did great yesterday. They're looking to continue that here. That's his talent out of there. Only 10 teams remaining. And folks, if you go out right now, that is 0 placement points. The pressure is starting to rise.
जब 4MV का एक बंदा knock हुआ था, I thought Doc New कहाँ से मार रहे हैं Xavier Esports.
Is he going to be able to get the knock?
Ooh,
so
dear.
close.
And he goes down to an off-angle there as well. 4MV taken
गया
off the
4MV
map,
बाहर.
as does the player out to the north for Mad Bulls. Alliance remaining with 3.
competition, bro.
Xavior with 3. Team Liquid with
competition.
4. Northern.
They
Team
are
Liquid.
doing great here at this one. And now we're down
3v,
to our
3v4.
final 4 teams here for match number 1 on day 2.
And the shift finally goes
Solo
away from
बंदा अभी भी है, bro.
TJB. They're on the outside. Oh, Shan's so close.
Olio
Solo
गया.
player right on the money.
That's one.
Nice one.
Takes him out. First player down. 1v2 now as Leons. Are they looking for him? Do they know he's on the tree? It seems like they
Finish हो
do.
गया.
They just need to isolate these angles. The cook
Cluck
is there.
nade मरेगा,
not
Cluck
gonna
nade से
be able to
मरेगा.
take the peak. He's forced
नहीं
out.
मरा, नहीं मरा.
No damage. There is a response. The knock goes through.
What?
He finds one, and it's Shan with a 1 versus 3 for Tiamba. They do not stop. It's 11 eliminations, and the solo warrior himself here to
Bro,
play.
Tiamba के बंदे they are built freaking different यार.
The flush is there. Cardozen seals the deal.
1v3
And
you
TJB
do.
tried to stretch out, but it's not out of the
Crazy.
question for Shan to make it happen again.
Crazy.
Are you kidding me? Sean's got those nades locked and loaded, and TJB is feeling the punishment. Chief gets naded down to about 20% HP, and it's really up to Ayala to finish off Tiamba here as fast as they possibly can.
Bro, ये बंदा solo chicken निकालेगा तो क्या मजा आएगा bro.
Can he make something
Yeah.
happen?
अरे नहीं,
He
नहीं,
can't.
जाना लाओ.
Well played.
अच्छी है लेकिन बैठने का तरीका अभी बड़ा कैजुअल है.
मैंने बोला Team Liquid Chicken.
From Group
मैंने बोला Team
Yellow
Liquid Chicken.
And I'm sorry, Group
Let's go,
Green,
baby.
and shut things down.
Well played Team Liquid.
A way to carry on for Tiamba, right?
I always say this यार, Brazilian teams are built different यार.
Yes, they are. Third party from D+Kia coming in from the south side of it, though, as they try and rotate back
Bhai.
up. This is Al-Ulax IHC.
D+Kia भी आ गया, bro.
now wading into the fray.
Nalbunok.
Olbu actually taken down, says, hold on a minute, we're busy. Shuts the door for them. And 4MV trying to take this fight. It's not going well really for anyone in this compound as the spray goes on.
दे दिया रे.
XIHC, but now
4MD बाहर at hashtag
can get
16.
this res, can turn their attention further on in.
IHC.
A major feature, and getting any control over it would be great. That position on the west
3v4
edge,
fight
pretty isolated
against
but could be
D plus
central.
Kia.
Yeah, D plus Kia could definitely afford to take this fight. I mean, they have plenty of points from yesterday here. Oh, look at all the nades coming out from this way. Oh, you also got brute force here on the edge. So D plus Kia, if you're going to take this fight, you better commit to it pretty quickly.
They need to try and make this one work. Only a couple of players to defend off against it. Nolbu does get res, but Osal immediately traded out. And that's brute force swimming on in. And that is going to be a nasty knock for them. That is their backstop as well. Pre-pod out in the blue zone, still taking shots. D plus Kia.
मैंने बताया था ना मैंने स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट होने से पहले ही बताया था मैंने कि डे 1 में जो डोमिनेट किया, don't expect them to dominate again on day 2 as well.
Play right now, and honestly, we're seeing indecision from D plus Kia. They are late to this fight. Instead,
2v3 fight.
Trying to hold off a little bit longer. They got punished from the back by brute force. Now they're starting to just force their way in because they have no choice. Let's see if K can get this knock up close.
Rogue knock.
And they do end up getting one. We're starting to see some jump outs. Let's see what Godless can do on the outside. He has that UMP. Going up against Chips. Chips now stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's holding those stairs for dear life. And meanwhile, looks like brute force up on top.
थोड़ा overcooked nade. If not, that would have done it.
Where they're at.
Throwing out the mud, slowing the steps of all of these opposing players. Brute force, this is a good start for it, right? They need to convert here. 3 eliminations, a sweep potential on the west, but with the hard shift.
आ गया brute force आ गया, लग गई.
This again,
दोनों का लग गई.
their path hard. Chips low, but not out of it just yet. 2 first aids, and looks like he's going to be able to get this one off. Pre-pod close and personal. Dangerous, given there's 2 players from Alolex IHC here. Pre-pod could get knocked and flushed very, very quickly, but behind the wall, he's got cover and backup. Team
एंट्री अच्छी है, लेकिन बैटरी का तरीका अभी बड़ा कैजुअल है.
They move past Yasnaya, and they have the
by brute force IHC और D plus Kia दोनों को मारने वाला है.
Send it on in or get moving. They have no more time to spare here. There is just seconds now on the clock. 19, as a matter of fact, before the zone starts closing. D plus Kia gone. Brute force need to just full send it on in. They have no choice.
अबे कैसे इतने great stroke हो रहे हैं against IHC?
Chips still going on in. The nades not quite tapping.
अरे वो बाहर है, वो बाहर है. IHC बाहर है.
A nade from
घर के अंदर
Neos
नहीं
does
है.
find it. Finally, D plus Kia fully eliminated. Now brute force have the ground floor under control, but Alola x IHC still 2 players going. Only 3 to deal with, so it's potential they can make this one work, but they aren't going to be able to step out in time. They try and send Godless for damage, but doesn't find it. There's a knock from Demo on the inside, but it's
well played brute force, but इनको zone जाना पड़ेगा. Heal.
I don't even know if he's going to be able to get this first aid off. This is going to start chunking them down little by little here. They overcommitted into this fight, and yeah, Team Liquid had to make a decision. Either go into zone or gatekeep easy eliminations, and it looks like that's exactly what they decided to do.
Team Liquid
6 frags.
again.
But at some point, you got to give it up and try maybe centering up a little bit further. But they're in a really, really tough spot because Tiana.
No Godel, no watching. अरे bro.
घर पे जा, काम वाम कर भाई थोड़ा बहुत. सो जा भाई, कार्टून वार्टून देख ले.
And the south side, so they allow someone in, but Besiktas.
They're all low, bro. They're all low.
Nice shots out the vehicle.
और उसने knock कर दिया क्या नहीं? पीछे से TN1 ने cover दिया.
Getting pieced off little by little. We just got
आखिरी बंदा है. विजय का आखिरी बंदा है.
Last 2 players. Oh, Besiktas. They're down to just 1.
TN1 करेगा third party.
Last player.
आ गया TN1.
Here they come. Yamba on the push is huge. Duello goes down, and it's just Sara.
क्या किस्मत है बेटी Yamba का.
Explode Tiamba.
क्या किस्मत है Yamba का. सारा खुद का नेट से गया.
No, now they have to know. They
Those
have to
bullets
know.
are hitting the ground right at his feet right now.
लग गए Lambo की लग
That's
गए.
it. Okay.
Going through.
There you go.
TJB
So 2 teams
awareness.
remaining. It's Talon
Very strong
versus
awareness.
TJB.
Now it's a proper 3v3.
And
Yoru, front man right now. They were able to move through and take
कोई भी
down
knock हो,
two
बस
sets.
Yoru knock नहीं खाना चाहिए.
That went on in.
अरे रे खाएगा.
TJB
खत्म हो गया.
Great opener for them for TJB.
That was
wow,
bad.
we're starting this off good.
क्या trade लिया
We
Flavorich ने?
saw
They are outside of the circle, needing to move forwards. GK first now out in the buggy. 2v3.
What?
If Yoru can crawl back, they might
क्या
find
Yoru
this
rev
res.
होने वाला है?
Nade from Linux.
क्या बात है रे एक्सेल, एक नंबर एक नंबर एक नंबर एक नंबर एक नंबर।
Finds the first knock.
अभी योरू रेव होना चाहिए, तब आएगा
TJB,
असली
sorry,
मजा।
for Talon to look to come back into this one. Axel is in this next zone, but GK First is so quick for this res.
एक्सेल जो एक्सटेंड कर रहा है ना ब्रो, इट्स ऑल और नथिंग मूव।
Miracle crawl. He's gonna get picked back up. TJB playing that one a little bit passive.
Bro, अगर एक्सेल पकड़ लिया ना ब्रो,
from this off angle.
Shimmy.
Oh,
It would pay
TJB
off.
is in big trouble.
प्रोन गो प्रोन ब्रो, गो
When is he gonna
प्रोन
pull
ब्रो,
that
गो
trigger?
प्रोन।
There it is. That's
नाइस
one.
वन ब्रो।
In for the shot. And he goes
Instant
for the
bait,
flush.
Axel
A
is
really good
fearless.
pickup with Yoru getting res. There's now that threat. That crunch is on. Linux into the buggy. Axel's on the off angle. Linux draws fire. Only S around the
Run
sidelines.
over.
Rolls over with the buggy.
Yoru
There's the
knock.
shot.
2v2 है,
And
2v2 है।
TK First to hold his nerve. Two players from TJ.
और एक बंदा गया।
Another knock found. They're bringing it back
1v2
under control,
situation.
but it's Axel still to handle.
Through the smoke.
Only S
Axel
with
needed to
the
heal.
smoke to play around. He doesn't quite get the knock. Doesn't quite get it. But it's going to be that off angle. Finding those shots.
हक दिए
And
भाई।
finally
Talent का
TJB
game था
put
ये।
it to bed.
What a
Talent का
shame.
game था
That
bro।
was so close with TJB. I think they lucked out on that one. I think Talon could have definitely.
Right, so this is their chance. They've got the circle shifting out their way. They aren't going to have too much to getting on with.
अरे बाप रे
Okay.
बाप, हवा में पड़ा लगा
Getting
उसने।
it done. The shot out the sky. It's a skeet
एक
shoot.
second।
They have only got 1 point, right? So this is their chance. They've got the circle shifting out their way. They aren't
अरे
going to have too
बाप
much
रे
to
बाप।
getting on with. Ayala, okay.
मार डाला ब्रो।
Getting it
Knock
done. The
finish।
shot out the sky. It's a skeet shoot.
I mean, this man has been on point today.
Shan is the star of the star of the
What
day।
can you do when someone's on fire like that? It's just get out of the way or die trying. I see on the off angle for Falcons, lighten up Team Liquid right
Push
now.
कर रहे
who
क्या,
have
Falcons?
got this position out on the east side.
Let's go
near
Falcons,
that
let's go।
radio
अरे भाई और एक
tower
टीम आ गया, और
there.
एक
They
टीम
are
आ
trying
गया,
to
Talon
roll
भी
on
आ गया।
up. You got Talon trying to push on in. This is a three-way fight right
we
now.
go.
Ayala's down, 2 players down.
Nice
there.
one, nice one, nice
Falcons
one।
trying to roll on in.
मार दो, Talon को भी
Misery,
मार दो, Falcons।
Linux down and Talon are suffering at the moment. I think the front foot might
Action knock।
actually be on Falcons rolling up
What?
into this fight. But hang on a minute, I had to turn that around. They've just gone down completely. They try and overcommit. And Mythic, now the last player to stand for Team Liquid. Everybody's having a bad day.
Team Falcons got deleted right there. They
don't know
tried to
where they
commit to that radio tower, and they got knocked out. Meanwhile, Vampire Esports were able to get some reses off, so they still have 3 players up, and they're
कुछ
trying
भी
to
हो रहा है
commit
भाई।
onto this edge here. But
कुछ
man,
भी हो
got
रहा है।
Talon right there around the corner. 2 players up. Yoru's gonna. Oh, what a great shot through the
Okay.
smoke.
Able to get so much done, and the nades are there to back it up. Vampire finally turning up the heat now with
Wow.
a swing out to the
Talon
east
भी गया।
side. And they are now under pressure. Team Liquid go down.
अरे
Allo
बाप रे
IHC
बाप,
also
IHC
wanted
10
some of this
finishes।
third party and folds back in ahead of Vampire and their
IHC
rotate.
became
With a
ULA,
20
मेरे को
vehicle.
ULA बोलना
They start
चाहिए,
to
IHC
move
क्यों बोल
forwards.
रहा हूँ
Tony K, I don't think he saw the player to his left. It was immediately there. Godless tries to step out, and I think TJB might have
मारेगा,
sight
Tony K
line.
मारेगा।
Tony K stoned, trying to roll over these hilltops, but they're just getting peppered from the off angle.
टोनी को मार दिया
And
डेमो ने।
sees Allola IHC just rolling away from them as well.
भाई, ULA
Popping out these smokes.
दे रहा है भाई इस
Don't
मैच
have
में।
any nades. Up high into the sky. The
Godless
nades go
knock।
long, but there's a knock onto Godless. That's
Finish।
TJB.
Allichi is getting punished from so
Killjoy
many
गया,
different
nose in
angles
है।
right now. And yeah, you can see 4 Miracle vibes. And
Very
rightfully
crucial
so,
match
because
for
to try
Vampire
to get into
Esports,
this
bro।
next circle, you got to go into an open field. And everyone's looking down here. They're down range. So
दो मैच हो गया।
It is going to be so treacherous to make
They
this
can't afford
work.
one more.
Besiktas Black on the southeast side.
Meanwhile,
as
what
well,
is
where
Brute Force
Vampire
doing?
Obviously, let them go. They're going to be a major threat for them later on now. The rolls around the hillside.
दे रहा है
Solo
brute force उधर।
IHC try to
Xavier
find the
Esports
shot, and Tony K with the vehicle position gets a little bit of damage, but not too much more. 2 players for them to deal with. The demo
Nosy finish.
finally
11
picks up
finishes
something,
for
and it's Newsy. He
ULA.
goes down entirely. Rogue,
XIHC.
Loeb heals up, stoned in the smoke. Tony K rolls forwards, up into the rock, has the M4 in hand, looks for the spray against the UMP. Trades
Nice
out,
one,
wins it.
Tony.
And there is
Nice
also
one, nice
backup
one।
from his teammate to take out Allola IHC. but
IHC
there's
बाहर,
only 2 vampires
5 finishes,
left.
2 men
Tony
strong।
K able to take
Vampire
advantage of that
Esports।
right hand.
Has some high ground. Can he get some healing done? Can he get it back into the fight?
Tianba committed like crazy there and are just
मैं बता रहा हूँ,
devastating
शान
brute
एटलीस्ट
force
और
in
एक
a
फ्रैग
game
निकालेगा,
that
guaranteed।
They pretty much need to win
Minimum
at this
एक
point if they
निकालेगा
want to
वो।
make it into the survival stage because it is not, or actually
इन दोनों का फाइट हो
they
गया
wanna
तो
make
भाई
it into
और
the main
फायदा शान
event
का।
here because they're in big trouble. You can see
Brute
Sean
force।
find that pressure 1v2. We saw him 1v3 a little bit earlier.
कर दिया,
They
push
need to
कर दिया,
lean
सही
out
कर
for
दिया।
both
अरे मार
sides.
दिया।
And that is
Well
gonna
played,
do
bro.
it.
But ये मैच तो 4MV निकालेगा.
So open for them. 4 players. They've got the rooftop high ground. It is going to be so difficult to take this team
Brute
down.
force का एक ही
I don't
बंदा
know
बचा
if
है
anyone's
last.
going to be able to do it. 4MV yet to dispatch Besiktas, but once they have, or well, if they have, sorry.
I think brute
They are
force
gonna
will
have to
survive.
move before that high ground position for
All
Alliance.
thanks to
but
Oi,
4MV
Doc Knock.
actually, Besiktas having a good opener there.
push कर दिया
Poser is down
4MV
low
ने
and
इन
Lewis
पे.
needs healing. Out goes the forward position and Toshpik finds 1-4-1 on the trade.
अरे आखिरी बंदा.
And the third and the fourth at the back. Oh, 4MV get rolled over. And
Well played,
Besiktas
BJK.
mounts
Well
the
played, well
side
played.
of the compound,
बहुत
able
sexy
to
खेले.
push their way on in. Alliance have
Wow.
shimmied on out. They sent 2
That's
forwards.
one.
And it
Toshpik
is going to
knock.
be a good opener there. Low HP on Poser. That's going to get healed up on the sidelines as Jimmy keeps the pressure on.
Another
The
person
air
knock.
burst, and Poser goes down.
Judo clear कर
2
देगा
knocks
इनको.
now for Besiktas. And Alliance still aren't committing. They just want to keep the pressure
Yep.
on. They know that they're outside the zone. They don't need to move too far. This is perfectly handled. Vampire takes up,
But
take out
Tony K,
Freeport on the
बढ़िया
north
खेला
edge.
so far.
And Alliance
I hope-
are putting on a masterclass.
I
Yo,
hope
they gotta watch
he
out for
brings his
Tony K.
team.
Tony K is still in the mix right
top
here
2.
and could cause trauma for this team because Besiktas Black most likely going to go out, and Alliance did exactly what they needed to, just to keep applying that pressure. Blue
आखिरी
Zone's
बंदा है.
going to do the work, but they said, nah, we want all these eliminations,
go, bitch.
and they get them.
Well played,
Seven
you do.
limbs,
Well
Tony K
played.
with the mini 14. They're split 2 and 2. This means you can isolate around the side of the hay bale.
2v4.
Individual fights a little bit easier.
What
but the
can
regroup
Tony
for
K do?
Alliance looks to come forwards.
The zone's going to go into nothing, and Tony K
Excellent
really
knock
needed
from
a knock
Stone.
there. Oh, Stone
Okay.
got one.
Confirm हो
And
जाएगा,
that's on
confirm हो
Jimmy.
जाएगा.
That's a critical knock. Anything can happen. Can we see a miracle? Can we see Vampire clutch a 2v4 to get a critical chicken dinner?
वो क्लच तभी होगा
Leo now
अगर
in a
यूडो
really important high ground
मिस्टेक
position.
करेगा तो. I don't think वो करेगा.
With vision over towards the
Jimmy का
Vampire
kill मिल
players,
जाएगा
they have
इनको.
to move forwards.
I don't like this at all from Alliance.
Okay.
और एक को knock किया टोनी ने.
Huge. Yeah, Tony K finishing
knock
out
नहीं
Jimmy.
किया.
Now
क्या
makes it
यार?
into a
Jimmy को ही
2v3.
finish किया
Alliance
इसने.
cannot hold
Shit.
those spots anymore. I know they're good. I know you got a lot of sight lines, but just use the number
करेगा
advantage.
peak.
Take them out one
Judo
by
is a
one.
very
You're
balanced
basically
team.
essentially allowing 1v1s to happen here. You're
अब
getting
नहीं
punished
करेंगे
for
कुछ
it.
वो.
That's what I was saying, right? With that 2-2 split, they haven't fully recoalesced. They've left Cluck too far
would
back,
love
but
to see
now
one
they
more
move
knock from
in.
Tony.
Play 2 players forward.
बट सामने
with
वाले
that
घंटा
backstop
पीक
Cluck,
नहीं करेंगे
the
क्योंकि उनको
off-angle
पता है
wild
जोन उन
card.
पे आएगा.
Tony K has 2 nades left in his bag.
Vampire need to
और
shoot
एक बंदा
forwards.
opening-
Alliance have the center.
टोनी के नॉक हो सकता है
Tony
ब्रो.
K.
हो गया.
He
Oh,
wanted
good
to get
shot.
that
लगा ही था
crate.
मुझे.
He wanted that crate so bad.
लगा
Tony
ही
K-
था मुझे.
Tony K goes down, and that's
NT
Stone
पे है Vampire.
out of
NT,
there.
NT,
So you know what?
NT.
Sometimes patience is a virtue, and Alliance are able to clutch out.
Relatively smacking it today, to be
They've been
honest with you.
playing well.
Yeah, at 95 points here.
IC got repped. Nice. East knock.
East here, what's going on? They need to finish this off quick. Luckily, Icy's brought back up again, but you're still down a member. Will get flushed out.
East got
by
finished.
East. What is this play coming through from Falcons? Not able to contain 2 players. I mean, they are 2 players who are coming off some fiery hot games today. So it's a
Nice
little
one,
bit
Shan
difficult.
knock
Finally,
by top.
there is a
आखिरी बंदा है,
rebuttal
QZ.
onto Shan from Tiamba.
As we've seen though, Tiamba, even when they're down
4MV versus Xavier Esports.
find a way to make it work. We'll check back
Hello.
in with that in a moment though, as it seems like there is a bit of a compound commotion going on here.
Lamborghini ने
DXA
Apex को
up
knock किया.
top As nades are raining in. Meanwhile, finally,
Well
the rest
played,
of the
well
Falcons
played.
look to whip out the mop and
फालतू का
bucket.
casualty हुआ एक
Remains.
East का, but
Tiamba are
बाकी
down
rest
now.
was good.
Yeah, tough one for Tiamba there. I mean, again, you've only got 3 more matches to do this, and I think they've set themselves up.
Nice
pretty
one, Baron.
well. Nasty nade, just
कर
dribbles
दिया, कर दिया,
down
कर
the
दिया. क्या push
stairs
कर रहे
there,
देख.
will end up in his
Excellent
lap.
push.
Oh mate, could be some more carnage where that.
Oh, nice one.
Pumped in the hands of the Miracle Vibes as the
आखिरी
DPS
बंदा
is
है.
looking to give a very
Paragin.
aggressive hello to the start of this one. Switches out to the utility instead, wants to block off the angle and force them to cascade further back.
Action knock.
Interesting fight here, honestly. I mean, they're so low on both
Judo
teams, but it
versus
feels like 4MV is
Falcons.
getting back up to power much quicker here. The Xavier coming out. Lamborghini is flushed, and 4MV is just getting rid of the stragglers now. As Xavier went for a bold play early on to try and take this position off the hands of 4 Miracle Vibes. They have hurt them, but not quite enough.
Ooh, and that's an unfortunate way to go out then.
Good start for MV. Good
Slides
start.
down the stairs as the nade is
And Tongji about, so getting into the circle, better idea. They do lose a player on the back
Judo
foot there.
versus
They
Reject.
were down to 3 already, so they know they desperately need that 3rd player to have any kind of hope at having some of these equalized fights. Good shots from 4MV.
अभी मैं बोलने वाला था ब्रूट फोर्स का मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट मैच है ये.
D plus key,
और 2 बंदे मर गए
puts them
इनका.
in an awkward scenario. Good initial nade though. keep things at bay, but it's not enough. 4MV is lighting them up.
Yeah, the brute force is good for the offense.
उनका किस्मत कितना खराब है देखो. देख के 4MV से ही फाइट लिया वो.
Initiate the cleanup crew.
9 finishes for 4MV.
Then take that boat into position. They should be good to go.
Yeah, they're looking like they're gassed up for this.
अबे कहाँ से दिया वैम्पायर esports का नोजी ने?
The top off like a can opener. Snipe
भाई Schwabs 1v3 किया किसी को?
Close the distance between them. The shotties can get up.
ओए!
This is clean back though. Here we go, ㅣCan.
ㅣCan.
I mean, it
ㅣCan ने खोल दिया वैम्पायर esports का 3 players का.
A doozy here for ㅣCan. Pulls out the S12K. They're not getting the shipping container. He's going to ship them straight back to the lobby. Nice plays from the Mad Bulls. That's going to be some confidence that they desperately needed today.
बैरो ने चिप्स को नॉक किया. भाई 4MV से मार खाने वाले हैं डीपीएस क्या?
Themselves up in the 3rd place here. Teams just keep assaulting them, and I think that they're delivering a
Nalbo knock from
the
Doc.
lobby right now.
Yeah, they want to show that they're not scared.
KB knock.
Fire with fire, and right now it's lighting the fuse for those.
ऊपर से 8C दिख रहा है ब्रो, बस 8C से बच के रहना है.
Position again for Miracle Vibes delivering when they're put under pressure today.
But they've managed to do it. They've got in, they're in position. 4MV swinging around the side. It's kind of a crazy ordeal, to be honest with you, to get into this position.
भाई ये गलत ही मार दिया ब्रो ये
ㅣCan. Different teams. I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now.
Yeah, this game's been delivering. We came in at just the right time. Blank couldn't miss any of the action that we've been given on this one. Versus Talon as they come up the hill. They've been down.
Talon is pushing
back to back to back, but they're going too wide with the geometry. They're up close with the weapons now. You got to be
nice one, Yoru.
Decision making with this. Pulls out for
the क्यों finish के लिए क्यों जाते हो यार?
And they're starting to make it look rough.
Mate, Leon's is still having an impact on this fight. He's securing the location ahead and securing the location behind. He is on a swivel this game. Naxel attempting to get down the hill, but there's already players snaking it out down on a piece of paper and just ticking them off as he goes. Falcons. Remember what we talked about? That really strong position over towards that eastern side, but they are starting to be cut out of the zone. But Leon's is starting to feel like a real threat in the circle, even as this solo member.
We're hitting ourselves into quite an important piece of the pie then. Top did a good job on turning onto Vampire and keeping the backline covered. They can focus on the front. Taking damage. The wings are clipped as Mad Bull's ratio on the contact.
English starts things off strong. I love the way the Mad Bulls built their team. You know, a couple of players from them were ㅣCan and English.
12 finishes for 4MV.
Well, Zerich, who was properly a prolific player back in the day.
Mad Bulls का मैच है guys.
When you look at this team on paper,
impossible है Mad Bulls से छीनना.
Together though, the strategy.
They're 3-man. बाकी सब solo.
It looks like they're doing a lot better here though. This
but Leon है भाई. जब तक Leon है कुछ भी हो सकता है. ये danger बंदा है ये.
He's on the other side of the map to the rest of this team, and they're just okay with it. He is pumping damage into this lobby. Over there. And it's ㅣCan. Of course it is.
Oh man. The second
ㅣCan तो दे रही है. Sorry, दे रहा है.
ㅣCan is lighting up the competition again and again.
ㅣCan, Sara.
Right now. There is no one that can test him, and it's not
सारे भाई test कर रहे हैं मुझे.
Right? You've still got by far the largest amount of firepower in terms of the man advantage on the server.
English and ㅣCan.
Mad Bulls देखो पीछे clear कर रहे हैं.
Duo. In the past,
भाई ये मार ना खा जाए.
United.
Leon
off the back of one another, letting ㅣCan get his thing done.
Leon पकड़ेगा देखो इसको. Leon पकड़ेगा bro इसको.
So Mad Bulls will be taken away. One of those elims.
बोला मैंने. लग गई.
Find another. Confirms it onto English. This guy.
ये बंदा क्या कर रहा है बे?
Down to just 2 players. This is going.
क्या कर रहा है ये लड़का?
At this point in time.
Oh man, Alliance.
क्या खेल रहा है?
It would be off the back of broken, busted squads that have come in front of him. He's taking damage from the side though. ㅣCan spots him out. Nade thrown wide. He's looking to punish now. Bobbing, weaving. The man's a Hell in a Cell boxer and he's looking to throw out the right hook. Switches back to the nade. Wants to engage on this one. He's waiting for his opportunity. Primed and ready.
सही टाइम पे ग्रेनेड डॉज किया. बहुत सही टाइम पे और एक ग्रेनेड उस पे.
They've got Molotov as well. Hasn't used it just yet. Sends it behind the tree.
अरे यार.
Until that one knocks him right in the gob.
What a play
out randomly over the
from
side,
Leon.
Clearing out the other tree. Now knows that ㅣCan's further down the hill here. What is happening here? A 1v1v1. A 4-way towards the end.
Crazy खेल रहा है भाई ये crazy.
With 2 in front. Heads down the hill. Spots another there. That should be an easy elim.
पूरा Mad Bulls को मारा इसने. अकेला ने मारा Mad Bulls को. इसने अकेला टैलेंट को मारा, ब्रूट फोर्स को मारा, मैड बुल्स को मारा.
Lucky
One
not the
man
first
army,
for
bro, ye.
Leons, but he doesn't need any luck. It's all skill right now with the way that he's been playing this one out.
It is skill plus luck,
Being
bro.
able to isolate
It's
these next
skill
two
plus
fights.
luck.
There's such a good timeline for him here. He's got through the hard part. He's just got to be able to pull it out.
क्या बचा
Lucky
देख।
to be alive.
क्या
That
बचा
really
देख।
was divine intervention. He can
जानवर है भाई बंदा।
re-heal off the back of it. He's still standing.
Top out in the open here, challenging him to peek out. Gets a spot onto Rogue as well. This is perfect news.
Dead
for
circle
him.
है।
Circle's going to close in. Stage 9, last one. This will pull all teams together.
Top versus Rogue
And
versus
Leon
Leon
has to run
DZ.
down this hill.
Top के पास
Brazen
zone नहीं
play
है।
He'll have to make.
He's looking for that.
Bro, if Leon gets this one, it's gonna be one of the best chicken dinners
Starts on running.
in PUBG history.
Back though. First pickup.
Yes!
Oh, he goes on to do it. A massive performance. You do Alliance.
क्या
They do
खेला
not
बे Leon
Leons
DZ.
as a solo stand strong and once again a chicken
That was the
dinner
best
event.
chicken dinner I have seen in a very very long time, bro.
Insane game there from Alliance.
क्या कर दिया ने इसने?
Pulling apart, the Alliance broken, but United still they stand strong towards the end of the game. Leons.
Everyone bow down to Leon, bro. Everyone bow down to Leon. God है भाई बंदा क्या खेल लिया इसने? Damn,
The
bro.
roof of the studio too.
Wow.
Outrageous. The fact that he's been able
Wow.
to make the right decisions, hit the shots at the time. Oh, dude, we're looking at it thinking, yeah, you do played damn well today, but surely not here. Every time we're going, Leons, Leons, Leons.
The back-to-back as well of that one.
And no one even knows about this player.
Incredibly slim on the
क्या खेला इस
opportunity,
लड़का ने?
still makes it happen. This has been a disgusting game from Alliance, and they're here to play.
इतना बंदों से लड़ने के बाद भी 1v1 प्योर में टॉप को मारा उसने एंड में.
Lang, this ain't no legend
Wow.
trip. They're heating up the studio.
Crazy
Energy
भाई.
down there must have been wild. Thinking everyone else on the squad looking towards Leon, just seeing him make the plays.
Leon
Blown
DZ.
away by the fact that he
Remember
just
the name.
continued to add insult to
Leon
injury
DZ.
every opportunity.
Yeah.
The 1 HP hit as well behind the rock, but it could have been
Crazy.
over.
This is so
It was crazy. It
overwhelming.
could have ended right there and then, Jackie. The best thing is though, some of those
उसने head मारा बे
rotations, I'm
last
sure
में.
the desk will break down.
That was a
But
headshot
as a
finish.
solo, you really
And
have
the
to
celebration.
put those the DXA's got
Esports
set up. It
have the
feels
best position
like
right
it's
now.
in the bag for them as Talon just starts to take casualties.
Yeah, it could be a game-winning spot for them if they can just deliver when it comes to actually hitting the good shots, the money makers. IHC, it's been a bit bumpy on this one. They've had opportunities, but it's felt like it's been so rough on the road.
सारा knock.
Meanwhile, you've had Reject trapped inside of a building.
यार
for so
zone ने
long.
मरवा दिया यार
They
Reject
had to
को.
move. They start to fan out, but you're giving isolated fights where they can take 2v1s,
कुछ नहीं कर
focus the
सकते.
fire, and shut a man down.
There is
That
nothing
just
Reject can
Solo
do.
of Falcons as well. He's really revealed himself. He's put a target on his back for the other squads.
Same goes for
Reject's
Talon
back.
as well.
IHC get pushed
Hello.
in. They're looking for the bonnet.
Nice
They
one.
wanna run him down.
Godless.
He turns, burns onto Misery. The
Well played,
Talons are
Godless.
feeling that emotion, and they try and keep it going. All right, Talon taking hot shots. You got the fight back from OCO as well onto Falcons, who finally finds the
Oi.
solo and shuts that man down. It's just
Obe.
being a risk. How on earth is
क्या
this
entry दिया बे उसने?
Who was this by?
क्या एंट्री दिया उसने सीट चेंज करके.
So long here, doesn't need a god because he makes his own miracles.
Nice nade, Rogue.
apparently.
Nice nade.
Nades of the
आखिरी बंदा है,
double
आखिरी बंदा है.
We'll take out another. This is intense,
Linux.
Jackie. Incredible.
Beautiful
placing
nade, bhai,
through
beautiful nade.
from IHC.
Talon Esports
They
बाहर.
managed to get themselves
Reject
still
होके
in
बाहर,
this
वो तो
game,
expected
playing
ही था.
alongside this ridge.
Zone देख के ही.
Reject in the meantime, they move
Final
down.
fight, Xavier
The
Esports
249
versus
was barking like a K9,
IHC.
but they're not fine anymore
ULA.
towards that top side of the map.
2v4 fight
It's
है.
IHC, a 2v4.
IHC. Is there somehow, some way they can find the upset to pick up
Zero
the
lock.
2v4 and clap back? Lamborghini denies the potential as he strikes first.
Can Rogue clutch this one? उसके पास healings नहीं है.
है.
teammates
They
है.
played a smart game. They played a
No
positional
odds
game.
है,
And
कुछ
in
नहीं
each and
है.
every fight, they're finding success. With the 4 players alive, they will take it home.
Well
They're
played,
gonna
bhai.
grab
Well played,
themselves a
Xavier
chicken dinner.
Esports. कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी उनको.
Honestly, it didn't
जो
look
कंपाउंड पे होल्ड कर रहे थे
too
Xavier
impressive,
Esports,
but you take that high
बस
ground,
रोड
you
क्रॉस
keep
करके
it
हिल
on the
लेना पड़ा
circle.
उनको.
I think what was
बस
impressive from DXA
जोन आते गया.
be able to get a good one off of the back of this.
Tianba versus Falcons, gunfight.
So, but it's a hot drop between
Oi.
Falcons and Tianba.
All right, here we go. Strap
Hey,
in.
gaya.
Already the action is kicking
Instant
off. The
baiting.
handguns pulled out to deal some damage as Tianba. They've been
Wow,
pressed
a
into
change
fight quite a few
of
times
plan
today.
from
It's been a
Falcons.
bit hit and miss. Last game, they went down with 4 elim points off the back of being crashed on by 2 squads. Into this one, they have 1 man knocked immediately as Falcons look to see how much insult they can add.
Top देखा
down
cover.
to 3 players
Top
pretty
was
early.
exactly where Bond is.
Here's
Oi, East knock.
Bond knows this is going on, and Bond does respond on to East. He was
What?
playing that off angle on the balcony for so long, saw the opportunity to get
Are
stuck
you
in.
serious?
Now, this is what we were talking about. If things really start to unravel here for Falcons, you're going from feeling like, yeah, that was a
Abe,
pretty nice
yaar.
drop to, oh, what have we done?
Yeah, exactly. It's all gone wrong. I mean, to be honest with you, Tiamba's sort of a weird team.
How
be
did
hot dropping,
East get
though
knocked
I
and
do think
finished,
this
bro?
is more of a case of the situation rather than the plan.
Cameraman
The
दिखा
point
देता.
so far towards that western side, sometimes you have to go for
IC ने
something
back
like
off कर
this,
दी क्या?
That's one statistic.
It went from
you do want to improve
great.
on. Meanwhile, for Tiamba, things looking a little bit better on the numbers game.
तो आपको निकालना पड़ेगा.
Up close. Oh, he's coming around the corner.
1v3.
He's throwing out the left hook.
Falcons got 1v3.
Uppercuts to give out the Falcons, and he makes it uncomfortable. They have the numbers to work with, but you still got a bit of a backline. They do find the peak towards the top floor. Bond, lucky to make his move, can at least go for the medic mission.
I mean, the best part about this is that they've just identified where the last player is.
Clark is
Everyone's
too
looking
strong.
for damage, and the shots are connected.
Tony K is
Alliance
barely
are getting
surviving.
the free
1 HP,
firefight
1 HP, 1
where
गोली का, 1
everyone
गोली का,
else
1 गोली का.
is thrown into the commotion,
Lag
the
गई.
chaos that's keeping them guessing, and it's
Yeah,
working.
Vampire.
You get onto Tony K, a man that we know can
एक
make
ही बंदा
big
बचा है
moves
Vampire
with him
का.
isolated.
Nosy.
You feel confident
गया
to
वो
push
तो
on
यार.
down. Crystal clear vision. The
क्या
elevator
खेल रही है बे
angle,
यूडी?
easy for the hitbox.
यूडी बोल रहा हूँ मैं
They
यूडू.
clean
क्या
up.
खेल रही है यूडू?
Alliance.
Clark is a maniac. क्या मार रहा है ये भी? Finals के लिए
All right,
वो लीग स्टेज पे
Alliance,
खेलेंगे.
there we go.
एक ही बंदा बचा
Bides
उनका.
his time. Coil like the Viper and then pounce like an animal in beast mode again. Like you said, there's still nades in the backpack and he feels confident to dash them out now and rain down damage. Man, that's on point.
More damage is flowing through. It's just one guy as well dealing this amount of pain. The smokes go down. They're going to attempt to get some of these reses through. Flex comes out from the side. Worried about
यूडू
some of the
बहुत
high
मजे लेगा
ground,
इधर
I think
से.
that's reasonable.
सारे पेटियों से ग्रेनेड्स उठा के.
No one's really looking at this at the moment.
Talon versus
An
D+
isolated
किया.
fight for Alliance versus Bro Harami.
Most important fight for D+ किया. Nice one रे किया.
Talon up close.
Nice one,
Floor's
kid.
not sharp enough on that one. As D plus Kia are able to respond back at least in the first engagement that's given to them. The
देखो,
nades are
फिर
still
दो
being
बंदे knock.
drained out as well.
आराम है ब्रोस का.
Flash, who does even more damage, but finally there is a bit of a response. ㅣCan spots the engagement.
Will flush out.
ओए
Flush
होए
as
होए
well.
होए जिम्मी पुश कर दिया.
Not able to keep going. Jimmy's up close and personal. Molotov goes
लग
in.
गए, लग गए,
They're
लग गए,
all
लग गए.
burning. Send out the side with the jump shot. Wolf
हरावे
finishes
ब्रोस
up
बाहर
here
13 finishes
in the air.
for ㅣ
Feels
Alliance.
the breeze. And his own molly will knock him.
खुद का वॉली से
The
क्या?
only one that can take out Jimmy seems to be himself here.
Nalbo knock.
If he can step up here, it'd be a big boon for the team as they go for the push up the hill. Closing the
एक
gap,
HP
trying
also.
to get those SMGs in close range. The shotgun's caught
Nalbo knock.
as the bullets rattles off, but it's barely any damage done onto Talon.
Also
They're
knock.
taking shots and cleaning their way through them bit by bit.
A D plus key is down.
D+ किया 63 points है
Talon
bro.
take them out. They
बहुत
try to unlock
मुश्किल
against
लग रहा है
them
मेरे
with
को.
those smokes.
63
Might
won't
have
be
been
enough.
able to get towards that top side, but they missed the crucial Molotov.
I think
which
63
lines
won't
up
be
towards
enough.
That side. It's more missing.
How
on the
did D+
timing,
Kia
really,
go
because
from
they
hashtag
did
1-2?
stop them from pushing that
May
ridge
not
side
qualify.
for quite a while, but they sat around redesignating the smokes, and I think
What?
the difference maker there would have been a speedier push. Team Liquid up against ㅣCan as they try and assault their position. Some decent nades coming through. Flax will take down ㅣCan on the rotate there in the vehicle.
ओए एक नेट से दो बंदे
Nice
गए.
nade though.
That's a big one.
Mythic.
C4 thrown on the door. Let's see if they can close the gap on it. They want to get up close.
Nice
right?
knock,
They're
Bay.
really taking the fight towards
That
the
80.
Xavier here. There is
Xavier
shells
बाहर.
being fired off all over the shop inside of the smokes. Hard
Talon
to
आ गया
contain
ऊपर से.
the
आखिरी
connection
बंदा
they
ये
want
Liquid
with
का.
Xavier on the wrong end of the sword. As the S-lane, it continues to go on as well. Oh, mate. what's
कितने
happening?
fights?
A nuts engagement
Yoru
there
from
Team
Talon.
Liquid, honestly.
इसने 1v3 किया.
Mythic goes crazy.
D+
in those
किया
game
को.
moments,
And
almost
इधर भी
wins
एक
the
आखिरी
trade.
final
Places
blow दिया.
Talon on the high ground, and Reject still in. With their little cool rotates towards beginning the game, just micro stuttering their way into the circle. This is big. And
Yoru
this is
कितने बंदे बचे
Jimmy's
अभी?
instantaneous knocks over towards all these guys, walks back into his own Molotov.
Yoru के पास है
I think he was
13
just
frags,
riding
3-man
high
strong.
At that point.
High ground is the
वे
fight. that we're
पांच
seeing
3-man
before
teams
our
बची
very
हुई है.
eyes here. ㅣCan again taking bullets from range as you've got Reject on that elevated angle. Meanwhile, down
Jimmy
towards
knock.
the bottom end of it, that's Alliance that have been forced to fight this continuously. Mad
Jimmy
Bulls,
finish.
They got some of the business here. They're looking to see if they can keep themselves alive. Small shroud of the smoke.
ऊपर से पड़ी इसको.
The clean angle.
ऊपर से पड़ी इसको.
That one.
Reject की तरफ
This
से.
high ground is just disgusting.
Bro, I think Reject qualified.
These nades coming through, massive one onto Misery. That might just open things up a little bit here for Reject. They get this high ground.
Reject will qualify.
They have a real winning chance in this game. Another nade over the top, a good amount of chip damage, but it's Axel who has to be the linchpin here. That one looks close, goes a bit too far. The airburst is not there, and the two players in the back now trying to attempt to keep Axel
Reggie
at
अकेला
bay.
push मत
But this
करो,
gives
bro.
time for Alliance to regroup, reconsider their options. 13 eliminations.
लगा ही था
once
मुझे यही
again.
होगा.
This has been one of the most
ये अकेला push करके मर जाता
elimination-heavy
यार.
teams in the game so far.
Reject. It looks
It's okay,
very
कोई बात
strong
नहीं, अभी
with
भी
how
two
they
man
were
है.
playing it up on top. But Axel's backline with the response back from Misery is the splash
सबसे
damage
पहला
that's
fight
thrown
होगा
across from
Reject
trying to keep
and
them
Talon
pinned
का.
in. You can see it with the split here from the top-down view. The way both sides of the coin are looking very similar. But Talon look to take the initiative.
मार दिए
with
बे,
the use
मार
of the
दिए, बहुत से,
utility
बहुत से.
and their
Talon
gun
9
skill.
finishes 3-man
They
strong.
shut down
अब
Reject.
4 MV against
Reject
5
the
इनका.
chance of them finding supremacy on this one, claim control of the hill, and make their lives slightly easier. For Miracle Vibes still have utility to play with.
Ludo
and
is
they
just
really
taking
are.
all the
Throwing
notes.
out the dynamite. Say goodbye to the first man. Talon forced to recoil and reset.
Push कर रहा है 4
Crunch of a
MV.
grenade there.
बहुत सही.
Another
आखिरी
one
बंदा है Talon
off
का.
the top from Baron. The barony is in session, and Reefus in the meantime is taking down Alliance. This could be a full sweep onto Talon here.
क्या बात है bro, well played 4 MV.
Predator inside the lobby now looks towards
चलो,
Alliance
अब 2v2.
here to break them up. Their last game of the day, Reefus drops down from up on high.
Oh, re. Well tried.
Drop down into the engagement, now panicking. The snap second decision making of how to recover this one.
1v1.
You know you're down effectively.
1v1.
Isolated fight. You got nades raining down on top of your head. Like you said, the apex predator, the man that's been making the difference here for Miracle Vibes, so close to upsetting the potential of another
Rev
chicken dinner for
जो rep
Alliance.
देगा,
If he
उसका
can just
game, bro.
find control of the game.
जो rep
from this
देगा, उसका
point,
game है.
doesn't want to waste his time going for the
Judo
res,
cannot rev.
which is out to the nades. You got the push
Nade.
and flags. He's
Low,
looking
low,
to
low,
just
low,
move
low.
in. Heavy chip damage done that's going to keep him pent. He's struggling.
Excellent,
The
bे.
drop comes
Well
through,
played, Apex.
denies
Well played.
Alliance, and they grab that one.
मैंने बोला था 4 MV का chicken है.
Finishing game
कर दो
there.
prediction
Was
ऊपर.
tough, great angles held, and
Well
Talon
played,
just
bhai,
could
well
not
played.
face up against them.
मुझे लगा
Reject
गलती करेगा
crumbled
कुछ.
under the force
But नहीं,
of the
सही
Talon's
time पे
weight,
उसने
but it's 4&V to
FPP
lift
switch
them
करके
high and toss them down.
सही खेला
What a
भाई,
game
Apex
from
बहुत सही
them.
खेला.
Not an easy
Now it's
decision
time
to make that jump off the top
for the
side,
overall
hit the
standings,
air
भाई.
shot as
चलो the overall standings are here.
That's good. That's good.
Reject okay 69. I think
Nobody
Reject
so far
is
has got
safe,
themselves
bro.
3 wins
Reject
on the
is
board.
safe.
Never mind. So many kind of extra higher.
D plus किया.
I think 7C is exactly what I'm looking at. Fact
बहुत
is, okay, none of these teams
BT
on this
वाला
stage played
number में
well.
है 63.
So that means they have
BJ के
over 70
no,
point lead.
they have to
compared
play
any
league
other
stages.
team
Brute
for
force,
Group Green or Group
they have
Yellow.
to
For
play
70 points,
league stages.
Persona close that gap.
मुझे लगा D plus किया 2.0 भाई.
Were absolutely non-existent, and now
Talon
we have some of their
Esports
performances.
day 1 में they took
IHC,
they
I
got
felt like
52
that
points.
team performed so well, especially at the first 2
Ooh.
games that we're kind of scratching our heads. We're like, okay,
Talon,
we're gonna be getting the
strong
same
start.
IHC that we've been seeing recently.
Talon भी qualify हो
possibly
जाएगा.
at least getting a new IHC. So far, I'm impressed with the last 4 games.
Falcons, Vampire, दोनों.
That's it. That's your contribution to the conversation.
TJB
yeah,
also
big day nonetheless.
36
You can see
points.
here further down the list, and again, all these teams will be playing tomorrow. Are there any teams who they're
Bro,
kind of
tomorrow
disappointed in
जो
terms of
intense
position?
होगा
I would
matches,
go with Mad Bulls. I would go with Boom.
जो मजा आएगा कल.
And, even maybe IWNRX,
I just can't wait.
especially being that low.
Are you just going to name every team on the
I
stage?
didn't
or-
Boom
There's
Esports,
teams there, I
one
didn't
of the
include James. Come on.
one of my predictions.
Yeah, I mean,
कल comeback
I
के लिए.
actually expected quite a bit.
देखते हैं भाई
even
क्या
though I
होगा कल.
wasn't super confident about
The thing
South
about
Korea's
tomorrow
chances,
is
which
it will happen
of course now
tomorrow.
might find themselves in a bit of a danger zone. I did expect more than
And with that, PMWC Day 2 has come to an end. Hope you guys enjoyed this stream. अगर तुम लोग को थोड़ा भी मजा आया ना भाई, लाइक करना मत भूलना, सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना. मिलता आप लोग से नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम पे. Until then, peace. अभी तक स्ट्रीम देख रहा है तो 1 ग्लास पानी पीना. Stay hydrated.
Mountain Dew, Dark